Dan, fictional power, Matthew Dowd says, that says the NRA doesn't speak for all of us. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Matthew Dowd. Yeah, this guy's a real rock star. I mean, just Google dumb things Matthew Dowd has said on Google, and there's about 10 million pages of content on Google. This guy's such a clown. Listen, I block a lot of people on Twitter to save brain cells because there's so many dopes out there in social media. Dowd blocked me, like, preemptively because I forget what I did, but I got into him about something stupid, and Grant, I'm being honest. He has said so many dumb things on ABC that I can't even remember why he blocked me about which dumb thing he said. Dowd is just, I mean, this guy is like Bozo the Clown. But here's what's fascinating about people like Matthew Dowd. You know, I ran for office. I'm not sure Matthew Dowd did. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure he never did. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he ran for, like, mayor of his school class in 8th grade or something. But I ran for office in a blue state in Maryland. I ran for Congress and the Senate. We almost won that congressional seat. You ran too. And I tell this story to anybody who will listen. I will never forget in deep blue Maryland, in the deep blue portions of Montgomery County, sitting in front of a polling station waving, and people coming up to me with these orange cards and saying, hey, thanks, we know you got us. I had no idea what those cards were. Found out later on they were NRA cards about, hey, these are people who are basically going to protect your Second Amendment rights. Let me just tell you this in conclusion. I never once saw someone bring me a card, you know, red, blue, purple, anything else that said, hey, here's what Matthew Dowd said about your constitutional rights. I'm voting based on it. Never one time. So I think Matthew Dowd is fighting an asymmetric war here he can't possibly win.
Well, while Matthew Dowd is drinking lattes with George Stephanopoulos in New York City someplace, I promise you, we are here and we spend time, Dan, and I know you do too, with members of the NRA, really true patriotic Americans, men, women of all colors. I would challenge Matthew Dowd to talk to any of them. You know, he wants to make us all out to be some kind of loons when all we really care about is the safety and security of America as a nation, so everyone has opportunity. Opportunity like Matthew Dowd somehow stumbled into to make his millions of dollars from an ivory tower in New York City. He does not live in the real world, and I urge him to go talk to people that do, Dan.
Yeah, and listen, Matthew Dowd, despite what he claims is, you know, party affiliation is or isn't, Matthew Dowd is a dyed-in-the-wool Democrat. And sadly, we're seeing this amongst the liberal wing of the Democrat Party now. We're seeing this lurch to the far left amongst people like Dowd that look at us, you know, NRA folks, people interested in keeping their lives and property secure. They look at us, just to use their own words, Grant, deplorable. You know, some of them look at us like we're beneath them, like this is flyover country. Flyover country is America. Like, this is what America is about. America is not pockets of New York City and pockets of California. America is a big, wide open place full of freedom-loving people who just give a damn about staying alive in a potential self-defense scenario. But the reason Dowd and the you didn't build that crowd and the deplorable crowd will never get that, and the reason they're going to continue to lose on the Second Amendment issue, because this is turning into a total loser for liberals, is the fact that people have woken up. People understand the right to protect yourself matters. And the left, the far left, is making no effort whatsoever to connect with those people and get at what's really driving them to want to protect themselves. None whatsoever. And there's an entirely different disconnect between them and us. And, you know, while we make an effort to understand them, they make no effort whatsoever to understand us.
No, they really don't. And I'll tell you some inside baseball here. I thought twice about even responding to him because I thought, you know what he's doing? He has now fallen so low to the bottom of the barrel. He needs some publicity. So he figured, what would he do? He'd come punch the big bear of the NRA and try to get himself some publicity. And so I said, I don't want to fall for the trap. But then I thought to myself, Dan, no, you know what? I need to call this guy out. If he wants to poke the bear, then let's tango, because it takes two to tango, and let the entire nation see exactly how these people think up in these major news networks, ABC, chief fake news organization there is. Let the American people see exactly how they think. This tweet is a prime example.
Yeah, no, listen, that's the right strategy here. If Matthew Dowd was, you know, an egg avatar on Twitter, you know, the egg when you don't even upload a picture, which is usually a fake account for people. If he was an egg avatar, I'd say, you know, don't bother. It's 10 followers. I mean, how's that going to help us? But Matthew Dowd does have a platform, which makes the stupid soup he's swimming in that much more contagious. you have to fight back against that stuff. One of the things I've always kind of held against the standard GOP swamp rats on our side of the fence, supposedly, is they're afraid of the media and they're afraid to fight back. And you have people like Dowd that go on the weekend shows at ABC, with 4 or 5 million viewers, and they say things that are just nonsensical, if not just plain stupid. And if we don't fight back and get our view out there, and now, Grant, the nice part is with us and NRATV on Facebook and NRATV on Twitter and NRATV on the website, NRATV on all our platforms, people can share this stuff. And people can expose these people for what they are. I mean, I know Twitchy, which is another website that monitors stupid liberal stuff on social media, and boy, there's lots of it. They've been all over Matthew Dowd forever. I mean, I'm telling you, the litany of dumb stuff this guy said is so long. If you just Google dumb stuff Matthew Dowd has said, it'll probably go on for days.